My cousin was my frenemy for years. He was using her for whatever he can get from her. Trying to sabotage my relationship. The person you were when you was a teenager or a young adult, if you were at a certain age, you are not that person anymore. And it's funny how a dude will come and try to give you the world when they see somebody else have stepped up and you have moved on from them. He goes and he grabs my face and he kissed me. It's your big sis T Renee, and I am back today with another story. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Hey, I'm hoping that one day you find something on this platform that resonates with you and makes you want to come back and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber or returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know y'all are here for a story time, and that's exactly what I'm going to give you. But before we get to that, y'all go ahead, drop down below in that comment section, leave a hey girl, hey, what's up big sis? All comments are welcome and greatly appreciated. Just keep them respectful. As you have seen the title, you have an idea of what this story is going to be about. So family, let's get to that story. Tonight is basically part 2 of a story I gave y'all a couple weeks ago. I believe I titled it, I titled the story, My Cousin Was My Frenemy for Years. She secretly was in competition with me or something like that. Now, I try to put the thumbnail somewhere for those that are new here or don't like to go find stories from my playlist section. I try to keep my channel organized by making playlists. If y'all haven't noticed that, if you're just getting here, I create playlists. And a lot of times, I don't necessarily say the playlist they're in, but you just have to go down the rabbit hole and figure out which one they're in. So pretty much this is a part 2 of that. I stopped off where me and my cousin was at like a family function that her folks was having, an all-white party, and she really was trying to be shady as shit the whole time. I was there with my fiance. He peeped the bullshit, he peeped the shade, he wasn't tripping on it. He was like, well, I see that shit, she a hater for real. So basically this is kind of where and I told y'all, I think I told y'all, well no, and last week's story time was basically about the dude that she was dating that I knew before I found out that she and him was talking, and I found out they was talking from doing story time before last week, basically. So, and yeah, that was like on down the line, some years on down the line. The guy I'm talking about is DJ, and my cousin is Tree. Just to give background, some names of the characters, and yeah, I met DJ back in high school. We dated off. Well, I don't even say we was dating. We were just hanging out, kicking it, hooking up, or whatever you want to call it. So pretty much during this time is when this was on down the line. I was in a relationship with my fiance and all that. Like I said, it was at the family function, and I found out that they was dating or whatever. And they both tried to be shady. Well, she tried to be shady. He wasn't even there. She just really told me that she was talking to this guy or whatever. She just pretty much told me that they was dating or whatever. But you know, I ain't caring about it. That's somebody from back when I was a teenager. Nobody that I was really serious with, even though, you know, we were what we were. And I just feel like she was just on some real jealous shit, real hater shit, trying to sabotage my relationship. And that ain't what made me feel like she was trying to sabotage it. It was some shit she did after all this had taken place, after the family gathering or whatever. So yeah, you know, time goes on. And mind you, at this time, I think she was transitioning to leave the city and stay somewhere else. Or was she already staying in another place? She either was leaving the city or she was already in another state or something like that. I can't quite remember during the time frame, whatever. But basically, in a matter of fact, I don't know, like I said, she was either leaving this particular year or somewhere around there, or she had already been gone. I can't quite pinpoint it. But a series of events had happened during the time, whatever. But the one that really stuck out was the one where I really felt like she was trying to sabotage my relationship. So, like I said, they had been dating for a little while. And every time she would see me or come to the city, yeah, because she had been out of town. She was staying out of town. So every time I would see her, she would bring up stuff with them. And then she was trying to tell me all the stuff he was doing and all that. I'm like, girl, I don't really give a shit. Like, what's the point? And what woman really goes around trying to tell another woman about like deep intimate things with her and her dude or whatever? And especially your cousin, like, we was cool, but we didn't have a relationship like that, you know, because like I said, she was a hater for real. And I don't know. Most women would try to paint the picture of their man being such a great dude. It had got to a point where she trying to tell me some negative stuff. I mean, I don't know why. Maybe she was looking for some sympathy. Maybe she was looking for some input. I can't really see that because she never came to me for advice or came to me about stuff. I mean, because if you're seeking for me to give you answers about why he's doing certain things, baby, I don't know. At this point in our life, we are different people. We are adults. The person you were when you was a teenager or a young adult, if you were at a certain age, you are not that person anymore. And I'm definitely not that person. I definitely wasn't that person then. So I don't know nothing about him. He's a stranger to me. What he did back when we was in high school and even our adult life, because we did hang out. Well, I'm going to say I was in my 20s, in my early 20s, when I, hung out with him a couple other times, once I was an adult. This was like after college, whatever. Like, regardless of whatever that time that was, we are not the same people we were. Like, he's a different person. He was a different person back then. The things he was doing then, I don't know if he's doing it now, but apparently not. Because on down the line, I saw him and it didn't matter. That's a story for another time. But yeah, so basically, she's telling me all this stuff. It's like they all good and stuff. But then she was just telling me about the time they had a real bad situation. She started telling me about how he didn't want to come stay with her and all, and then she's trying to get him to come up there. And then eventually, I guess he does come up there and stay. I don't know if he actually just stayed there with somebody else or he actually moved in with her. I didn't know at the time, but apparently he had moved in with her, moved around. I don't really know, don't really give a shit. But she was just rubbing the shit in. And then she was like, suddenly he started to act all distant. And so this comes into a place where I felt like she was reaching, just trying to ask me things about him and his past or whatever. Because maybe some stuff happened that was from his past and maybe she thought I was a part of it. I don't really know, y'all. I can't really tell y'all why. But she was just really like, I think he messing with somebody in the city because he keep going back to Memphis because I was still in Memphis at the time. And he was, just basically trying to reach for real. And I feel like she was reaching to make it sound like that I'm the girl that he's back talking to. But she's like, it's some chick from his past, because he did tell me some girl been trying to reach out to him from his past, and I don't know what he really told her. I couldn't give y'all all the details. But basically she was trying to make it sound like it was me. And she had this in her mind because eventually it comes out. And then he did reach out to me. Like, I don't know, he hit me up on Facebook, because this was when I still had my Facebook. He was just like, hey, yeah, so treat your cousin, because mind you, I think she knew that I was talking to him. Like, I don't know, she didn't, I don't know, y'all. Like, like I said, I don't really know exactly how she figured out that me and him used to talk or something like that. I don't know, maybe I got brought up because, like I said, we went to the same high school. Maybe, they asked about their teenage years or whatever, what high school he went to, and around the same years, and maybe, she put two and two together and asked about me because we was in school around the same time and graduated high school around the same time, same year, whatever. And so she probably just asked. I mean, she's like, yeah, I know, each other, because she asked me about him. So maybe she was fishing then and trying to put it together. And this was back during the party with the family, whatever. But anyway, like I said, he reaches out to me. He's like, yeah, me and your cousin, we talking this, that. I'm like, okay, yeah, she mentioned something like that to me and my fiance, that, y'all was hanging out or whatever. He's like, oh, nah, that's my girl or whatever. But, shit, they don't stop for me and you from being cool though, right? I'm like, no, I mean, you cool people. We good. We ain't really following. I said, ain't no bad blood between us. We just stopped talking because we just stopped talking. And I honestly don't know why we stopped talking. But like I mentioned last week, in last week's story time, he used to just ghost me for whatever reason. I don't really know. And then try to come back around. But mind you, like I said, during those times, certain people I would allow back into my space when we were good. Like, me and him, we didn't get into it or argue and stuff. We would just stop talking. So we didn't fall out on bad terms during those times before the ultimate fallout, So I will allow him back around me. It's basically like you having close girlfriends. Y'all don't talk for a few months or so, but then y'all can pick back up and leave and pick back up from where y'all left off. That's how that was with me and him back before him and my cousin got to go whatever. Like I said, he just talking this, then the third, all online, and I ain't deleting nothing. I'm showing my fiance, like, look at this man. And my fiance, he was cool. We used to show each other when people inbox us. It's like that in our relationship. We open about the stuff about our social medias. We didn't have locks on our like accounts and phones and stuff and passwords at the time, whatever. So, you know, we were good. Our relationship was good at the time. So that's what that was. And he just like, oh man, he doing way too much. He didn't trip, he didn't go roast, he didn't say nothing. He allowed him to continue to say what he needed to say into the build-up, whatever. So yeah, and so like I said, he was in the dark about nothing. So eventually he makes his way back to where she was staying. I'm not gonna stay where she moved to, but he makes his way back there, and I guess they made up whatever. I don't really know. She telling me stuff. I guess I feel like she really wanted me to know that they was back together. So she's telling me, oh yeah, he came back here and we good now, and just trying to tell me some crap. I don't really know, but she don't know that he had told me that he was there with a baby mama that I don't even think she knew about. He was like, yeah, you know, I had to come back here for my kids, and then, you know, me and my girl, we trying to get back together. We trying to work that out, but, you know, I done moved up here with her, so I'm trying to, he done told me everything. You know, he's really trying to get away from their situation, but he's there. Basically, I feel like he was just using her for whatever he can get from her. She had a lot going for herself at the time. She was doing really good. And I just felt like he was taking advantage of the fact that she was allowing him to come there, stay there, and just be her in-house dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was making some moves because he did what he did or whatever. But I just feel like he didn't even have to do all that because she didn't care if he did all that. She just really wanted a man there. And she's trying to tell me, like, everything is going so swell, but he here telling me something else online and crazy and incriminating himself, because if I really was trying to have my cousin back for real, I could have just showed her everything. Like, sometimes men can be so stupid. Like, you're really incriminating yourself by putting it on a chatting platform where I can save all this and screenshot this shit and send it to her. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he knew that me and her didn't probably have the best relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because he was, you know, asking me questions about stuff, and I was like, shit, I don't really know. We not the closest. And so I felt like then that's when he was cool to tell me stuff. Because I felt like he wanted to see how I was going to respond to him and her together, whatever. So I don't really know. He was talking so bad, but honestly, I didn't care because, and I know that's my cousin, but we didn't have the best relationship. Like I said, she didn't like me for real. So yeah, like I said, he's back there. She's trying to make it seem like their relationship is going so damn good. And, you know, I don't really care. Me and my dude sitting back laughing at the shit, because it's like, he like, wow, don't feel stupid. She thinks she got a good dude, and he here trying to talk to my girl, because he was like, man, you ever think we'll get back to what we were hanging out? I know you got your little fiance, this, that, and the third. You know how dudes do. They gonna talk about the next couple women, but they gonna still shoot their shot with you, because as always, I'm the one that gets away. I'm the one that got away. And it's been like that in a lot of different relationships. I ain't gonna say, he used to always say that too. He's like, man, had I been in a different space at the time, then, you know, you would have been my girl for real. You would have had the kids. And this stuff he said all down the line when I seen him some years after all this had happened. But yes, I'm just saying, like, so that is evident. You know, it's known. He ain't the first person that has said that to me. But anyway, like I said, he back up there with her, whatever. She's trying to brag, and damn, what happened? And we was in the process of trying to plan wedding stuff and all that. So I don't know who idea it was, but her, Tree, and DJ, I guess they decided to plot, just trying to break up my relationship. So they had been back in the city or whatever. She invited me to hang out with her, whatever. And I was like, okay, yeah, me and my homegirls. She's like, can you? Yeah, she had invited me to come somewhere for somebody's birthday that we both knew. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. You know, this is one of my homegirls or whatever, and me and the homegirl and her cousin. Somehow we all knew each other. My homegirl's cousin and my cousin was really close friends, basically, whatever. So I went to this place. What was that club called? I kind of want to say around the time frame this was if I get his club name, because people that's watching this show that's from my city probably wouldn't know. It don't really matter, shit, because I have told a lot of stories about clubs that was around and no longer exist. And I was telling my age a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, what was this place called? Blue or something like that. I don't know, Clear Blue or something. It was somewhere like that. We ended up going out there, and it was out in the part of town where her, you know, the part of town my cousin Tree grew up in. The part of town where Tree grew up, and it was a spot out there, and we all met there. I had a good ass night or whatever. In the beginning, for the most part, because I had been doing stuff all that day, and so that's where we was gonna go that night with the same homegirls, which, you know, sure, we didn't need a night, whatever. So I'm kicking them, tripping with them, and then, you know, we had been there for maybe an hour or so, and then DJ comes in. And so DJ comes in, and he walks over to me before he walks up to Tree. And, you know, I look over at her, you know, and then he's speaking to me all in my face. And he like, what's up, baby? Some crazy shit he said. He really was just like landing on thick with the stuff he was saying. Like, man, I ain't worried about her, whatever. I'm trying to get with you. Like, y'all, all in my cousin's face. And then he goes, and he grabs my face, and he kissed me. And I'm trying to break away, but he still has my face kissing me. I'm like, what the hell? And I look up. I was like, he kissed me. I did not kiss him. And she's like, ugh. It don't really matter. She was like, I already knew you wanted him anyway. So y'all, we getting into it in this place. She's trying to have an altercation with me. So I was like, you know what? Hell no, I'm finna go. She's like, no, I knew you wanted my man. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all just really trying to make a big scene up in there. And she was like, I'm about to tell your dude, I'm about to inbox him now and let him know what you did. I'm like, she know damn well I did not kiss that man. She clearly was looking at us, so you know exactly what happened. And so I'm like, girl, like, you really trying to play in my face like you didn't see this dude just do this to me. So, you know, of course, I'm like, I'm finna go. I'm so glad I drove. I always say that I try to drive places. Yeah, and it took for some stuff to happen a long time ago for me. Like, you know what? I'm never getting to call people. If I got a vehicle, I'm driving. If I can help it and I got my own whip, I'm driving myself. I'm so glad I drove myself because I did not want to stay because my homegirl was trying to leave. She was there with her kinfolks and we hadn't been long got there. I didn't care how much money I paid. I was finna go because what? I'm not finna argue with my cousin number one over some dude. You know what I'm saying? And you clearly saw what he did to me. You need to be mad at your man, not me. So I felt like, you know, after I was talking to my fiance, I had went home and I told him what happened, whatever. He's like, yeah, she did. Reach out to me in my inbox, was like, hey, I need to talk to you when you get a chance. Let me talk to you about something. I got to tell you some stuff. And I don't know, it's like I said, he knew, like, he was fucking with me for real. He was like, man, he was like, oh, okay, yeah. He's like, he didn't know, he was like, he didn't respond right away. He had reached out to me, and I was telling him, hey, I'm about to leave right now anyway. He was like, what's up? You good? I was like, yeah, I'm about to leave. He's like, dang, you just got there. You good? You good? You good? I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna tell you what happened when I get to the house, or whatever. Because, you know, I don't want to be driving. I don't want to be mad while I'm driving. I'm just trying to get to the house for something. Yeah, again, like I said, I'm way out here, and we stay on the other side of the city. So, you know, I get there and I tell him stuff about what's going on, whatever. You know, he was like, yeah, she probably knew that was going to happen. Like, y'all, he was on brand. Like, he was fucking on brand. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's like, he was on board. Like, he knew. Like, he's like, no, I felt like she was on some slick ass shit a long time ago. So, y'all, it's like he knew. He knew. He knew something was not right. He said, I felt it a while ago that something was not right with that girl. And he said she definitely gave hater vibes. She gave hater vibes all at that damn party. Yeah, I just jumped. I jumped out my skin because it looked like I just saw something fly up from over here by my fireplace. What the hell was that, y'all? Y'all may think I'm crazy as hell, but I promise you, I be seeing shit. I be seeing people. I just be seeing shit. Like, I don't know who trying to put some bad shit on me, some bad juju, bitch. You better try somebody else, because you don't want me to get into that. Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't want to be like that. But anyway, like I was saying, y'all, I don't know. They just kind of freaked me out a little bit, because like, what the hell? I'm thinking there's some blood or something flying up. There was something that just flew up from behind by my fire. I don't know what the hell that was. It might have really been something flying, because I thought I saw something back there. Like a fly or something. And it probably was a fly. But anyway, so yeah. So yes, he was just so on board with what the shit And he just felt that. I just felt the energy. I felt the negativity. I just know I hate a bitch when I see I hate a bitch, basically. I was like, you not lying about that. And y'all, he was not lying, because her and Tree and DJ had another big falling out. Like, they had a bad breakup. Because he was trying to leave. He was going to leave her there where she was staying at. And he was trying to leave. He had packed up his stuff. She had just got back home. He already had his stuff in his truck. And he was going to leave. And so they had this big falling out. She followed up behind him. He's telling me all kinds of stuff. On down the line, he told me, he had reached out to me. He's like, man, I want to apologize for that shit. But man, your cousin she set that up. She told me to come. He told me every damn thing. And I was like, so you ain't got your own mind? Like, you allow her to manipulate you into doing some shit like that? Like, I could not forgive him for that, because I'm like, no, you trying to put the blame all on her, but yet and still you was okay with it. You went along with it. You really was trying to break up my relationship, because that's like, just the shit that you said out your own mouth, just the stuff that you said online and the messages and all that stuff, because mind you, did we have that at the time? We had some messaging site. Like, he had FaceTime me. It wasn't FaceTime. It was something. We had like these different chat apps during the time. I don't even think FaceTime was around. It might have been. Shit, I don't really know. I don't think so. But anyway, we was messaging. We was face chatting with each other online or whatever. Some site. I don't even know if it was Facebook at the time. We was basically, I remember us face chatting. And he was just talking. Y'all, my dude was right there. So, like I said, like, he was doing the most, trying to say and do whatever he can. I feel like he wanted something to try to come back and say, hey, yeah, she said XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So the stuff I was saying, my dude was right there, so he saw everything. He heard everything that was going on. I really feel like, he was recording me or whatever. He was basically trying to save face for what he did or whatever, because now he done broke up with her, and now he's really trying to come back around and get in a relationship with me. Like, he really was. He's like, all the shit he was saying, like, I know I didn't take you serious back then, but I swear I want a relationship with you. I want to but it's funny how a dude will come and try to give you the world when they see somebody else have stepped up and you have moved on from them. And one thing about me, I'm not gonna lie, it's been times where I've tried to chase dudes that I have fallen out with. The times where I feel like I may have been sabotaging a relationship, he was never one of them dudes that I did like that. And I felt some men feel offended. They be wanting you to be that chick. They want you to be a needy chick. They want you to sweat the hell out of them. And I never used to do him like that. I think there was one time when I was like, damn, so you really just gonna ghost me? Like, it's like you don't even be trying to work things out with me. I do remember having conversations like that with him, because I really wanted to know, like, why do you ghost me? Why you don't put effort into trying to make things more serious than me? You want me to do all these wifely things, but you're not trying to take me serious. Like, I do remember us having conversations like that, but I never begged him to stay in a relationship with me. Like, I never begged him to stay around. Like, I just wanted to know why he wasn't putting forth the effort. So that's why I feel like he felt like he needed to come back and say all these things that he remembered me saying from them years ago. Like, he was trying to do the most, y'all, and I just couldn't do it. He's like, yeah, well, shit, you ain't gonna do with me. I'm gonna let your fiance know. Matter of fact, I done already seen him all the video. I said, and see, that's why I can't fuck with you, because you're trying to sabotage my relationship. And the same thing I'm telling y'all, I said, so it took for me to get in a relationship with somebody that seriously wanted to take me serious. You know what I'm saying? That was serious about me. You know what I'm saying? That wants to have a life with me for real. For you to try to step up and come around. Dude, I ain't seen you or talk to you in years. And it had been some years. Like, normally, it would be some months when he would ghost me. Maybe even a year. But this had been over, shit, more than 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Y'all, it had been a while since I seen that dude or talked to him, period. You know what I'm saying? And, like I said, the last time I ever had anything to do with him is when me, him, and when I was juggling back and forth between him and Mangala. I can say Savage, y'all. Savage, this is one of them times when we hadn't probably been around each other. So, even though he was in my life for a long time, it was one of the times we weren't around each other. But yes, it was Mangala. The other guy. This is the guy that I talked about in last week's Storytime, y'all. So yes, I was like playing both sides, y'all, basically. I I was playing both sides, and I always say you can't trust people that play both sides. And I was somebody you probably couldn't trust back then because I definitely was manipulating the two, and they did not like each other. But I loved Michael. I'm not gonna even lie. I loved him for real. DJ, please. I just like the company. You know what I'm saying? The sex was probably good, but and not saying it wasn't with Michael, cause baby. But anyway, there was two totally different people in my life, basically. DJ was that hood ass dude, whatever, that sold tree and other recreational items and things. He was the street dude. Michael tried to be the street dude. I feel like he wanted to be that, but he was just not him. Michael was the playboy, the player. DJ was a street dude. They was two different guys, so I got the best of both worlds, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like that's why I held on to whatever. But anyway, y'all, I'm not gonna drag it out. I always say that, and I do. I had somebody on here, y'all, some newbie probably to my channel, probably didn't even subscribe to my channel, probably ain't even a real supporter. They not, they just got around saying that, oh, you tell great story times, but it's too long or some shit, y'all. Do you not know you on YouTube? I'm obviously not the only storyteller on this platform. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm obviously not the only storyteller on YouTube. And I'm sure it's some popular YouTubers, you know, not trying to talk about nobody else, but I'm sure it's popular YouTubers that you have come across. They be giving you shit a whole hour, a whole 60-minute story time. And they're wonderful story times. And I be tuned in. So you act like I'm the only and the first that have given those long stories. And this ain't even that long, and that wasn't even that long. Shit, it's probably the longest. Well, no, I've had some 30-minute story times, but they was making it seem like I was giving them a whole damn movie. Like I said, oh, baby, this is YouTube long-form content, baby. This ain't TikTok. But thank you for the engagement. Continue to come back. And I really hope you continue to come back for real. But I just wanted to let you know, just in case you haven't realized, and not just with storytelling, but anything on here, baby, this is long form content. And again, I would say, this is not no TikTok slides where you gotta constantly put all the different videos together. This is not that, baby. Y'all attention span so goddamn messed up out here these days. Like, it's these devices frying your damn brain, so your attention span is messed up. YouTube used to be a place where people love to come and engage. Like, you have to really engage with these platforms, you know what I'm saying? To really get an understanding of who the YouTuber is or was. Because in this situation, this is who I was, or who the people out with, or people I was dealing with, you know? A lot of these story times are from the past, baby. It's a few of them that's been recent years, but most of them are from the past. But, and so they're going to be a little lengthy. And a lot of times I'm trying to put together what I remember. I be having to go do some deep diving and remember certain things. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to stop this video right here. I hope y'all stay for the duration. Subscribers, I so appreciate y'all. I hope y'all continue to stay along and stay subscribed to my channel. I really feel like YouTube be unsubscribing people because people be just subscribing this son, they not. Maybe YouTube think you a bot or something. I don't really know. But I hope y'all stay subscribed. I do a little bit more than just storytelling on this channel, so I'm really trying to get back into vlogging like I used to do. Y'all don't really probably see those vlogs because they've been private or deleted, because I did used to vlog on my channel, and I'm trying to get back into doing that, you know what I'm saying? I do travel vlogs, you know? But I want to do other type of vlogs. It's just that I don't pick up my camera every day. I don't start my day like, hey y'all, this is what I'm doing today. Like, I just can't get myself to do that. And a lot of times, I don't wake up, you know, early in the morning. I be already up doing stuff. I be already up working. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all turn on y'all post bell notifications so you'll know the next time that I post on my channel. Thank y'all so much for tuning in again.